Oh, Pierce, you're finally doing another podcast? Oh, it's about time, Pierce. Oh, what, are you only doing once a month? Yeah. I do it when I can. I don't get paid for this. I've got like 10 listeners. And I love every single one of you listeners and watchers. I love you guys all so much. But yeah, my sister's in town. You want me to choose you over my sister? She spent hundreds of dollars to come visit. She spent a lot of money to come visit and hang out by my pool and hang out with my dog. It's a hard knock life, baby. It's a hard knock life. But guess what? I'm here now, baby. I'm here now. We're going to have a good podcast. We got a lot to run down. Tigers, Lions draft, Red Wings, Pistons, European Minute, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, MLB, final thoughts, packed show. A packed show. Let's get into it. Okay, I just want this to be known. If you're watching this on YouTube, I have a cup. It's called my son's cup. If you call it girly, I will come after you. This is not a girly cup. This cup is stupid cool, all right? Don't make fun of my cup. This cup is cool. It's my son's cup. I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona. I root for the Suns because I'm a bandwagoner and because my paycheck goes to pay for the Suns stadium. So I feel as though I get to have that opportunity. Okay, I just want to get that out of the way. If my son's cup comes up and somebody calls it girly, my feelings are going to get hurt. My wife bought it for me. She's going to put Sun stickers on it. It's going to be sweet when they make the NBA Finals. I'll get to that later. But first, let's start off with the Tigers. Tigers, they beat the Colorado Rockies on aggregate. That's what counts. Okay, they beat the Rockies on aggregate. In my opinion, that's what counts and that's what matters. Miguel Cabrera gets his 3,000th home run, 3,000th hit. I think as though he has been so great for us. I know that we've spent a lot of money, and he's kind of been not as great in the last couple of years, but he has been so great, and I'm just so happy for him. I'm so happy for him and his family. I was telling some people who aren't Tigers fans, like, why is this such a big deal? It's because he's been through so much with this fan base, off the field, on the field. He's done so much for us, and we really owe it to him. And it's just so great to see him as a fan go from when we first traded for him to now and see his potential, to see him live out his potential. It's just so cool. And every single day, we take it for granted. He is just such a smart player and such a smart hitter. It's just so cool to see it. And then to have Torkelson hit a home run to bring him in. It's kind of like that, like they did at the beginning of the season, kind of that passing of the torch. And I really appreciate the fact that every single time on the broadcast, they talk about Cabrera's excited for the future. Cabrera's excited for the Tigers in the future. Torkelson, Green, he loves these guys. It just shows you how good of a person he is, and it just shows you how great it is to root for him and why it's so exciting to watch him get his 3,000th hit. But the Tigers, the now Tigers, I thought at the beginning of this year that the bullpen was going to be a problem just because we've never had a good bullpen except for like 2014. And the bullpen is hurt. They don't have Funkhauser. They don't have Cisnero. They don't have Chafin. I mean, they don't have a lot of pieces. And and the bullpen is still a top 15 bullpen in the league. The only problem, and we all saw this coming with the way we've been drafting for the last 5 years, is we don't have any hitting. We can't hit. We can't get anybody. Pierce, don't you remember they had 13 runs? Yeah, that's 1 in a million. They caught lightning in a bottle. They got one good day when the Colorado Rockies it just doesn't happen. It just feels like we're constantly scoring 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2 runs a game. And it's just like the pitching has been great. The pitching has kept us in a lot of these games. But eventually you've got to step up. I know Javi's been hurt. I know Green's hurt. Meadows is playing very well. Torkelson needs to start figuring it out a little bit more. We need to just get some more. And I think that this team has proven that they are not a playoff team this year. They're not. I understand that the AL Central is weak. The White Sox are stumbling and bumbling. The Twins are stumbling and bumbling, but they look decent. The Guardians aren't the team. They can't win the division, and the Royals definitely can't win the division. So it's kind of this 2-horse race between the Twins and the White Sox, and the Tigers have an opportunity to pounce on it, but they just don't have the hitting to do it, and it stinks. It really does. I think when Javi Baez comes back and he's fully healthy, I think it'll help a little bit. But this isn't a playoff team, and that's okay. But this next offseason, we're going to have to spend some money and get another hitter, and hopefully we can keep this bullpen in the starting pitching rotation, and we can keep growing from here. But I think this is a good stepping block. I think you need to just have your wits about you. I think you need to figure out, like, hey, maybe we're not going to win the World Series this year, but we do have the blocks to take it to the next step. Lions, NFL draft this week. I always love the NFL draft. This NFL draft, I'm not as excited for as last year. I'll admit to it. There's just nothing too sexy about it, right? I think the odds-on favorite to be the number one pick is Hutchinson. And I like Hutchinson, even though I read and I know that his arms are short. He has short arms. Everybody knows that. But I don't mind him at the second pick. If we can get him at the second pick, I'll take that. I really will. But I just don't think that's possible. I just think that the Jaguars are going to take him. I think they really like him. I think the next pick, I know that Campbell doesn't like Thibodeau, but Thibodeau is a freak athlete. So I'm trying not to keep my brain on Thibodeau, but I think the right pick is Kyle Hamilton. I think Kyle Hamilton can play every single position. I think he's going to be a bona fide Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's not like, when you think about, oh, why is this team in the Super Bowl? You don't think, wow, their safety position's really good. I just think that I've been saying this since the beginning. I think that we need to build a roster for next year. C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, a quarterback like that to come in and to have a great roster around him. And I think Kyle Hamilton and that 32nd and that 34th pick is a huge piece of that. I think we need to be very smart. So for me, I like Kyle Hamilton in that second pick. The thing that I like the most, though, over Kyle Hamilton, over Thibodeau, over Hutchinson, is taking that second pick and trading down and getting a lot more players so that we can build that roster like I've been saying. That's what I want on Thursday night. That's what I need. For that 32nd pick, I like Lewis Klein out of Georgia. I know that's double safety, but that's just in case we don't take Hamilton. I like Lewis Klein. I like Christian Harris. I like Nakobe Dean. I like David Ajobi. I just don't want to... I like Devontae White out of Georgia. I'm looking at a list here. I like Dotson, the wide receiver out of Penn State. I just don't want to pick a quarterback. I like Malik. I think Malik is a freak athlete. I just don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. There's nothing wrong with that. I think he's going to have a good career, but not a great career. I think Sam Howell is just like Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And I don't think Desmond Ridder is a winner. I don't think he can win at this level. I don't. I understand that he's won a lot at Cincinnati, but this is at Cincinnati. I've trashed Cincinnati enough last year. I just don't think he could take the Lions to that next level of winning a Super Bowl, and I don't think any of the quarterbacks really can. So, but I think next year, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and I know there's always another guy that comes up. I forgot Kenny Pickett. He can't. I think he's like Justin Herbert. I think he can take you to like an NFC championship, but not win it. I think he's the best one. But next year, I think that there is some talent that can take you to win a Super Bowl. But so that's my dream. My absolute dream is that the Lions just say, we need to just be careful. We just need to build a roster. All right, Red Wings. They win today, 3-0. A lot of fun. It's always great to see them win. I understand that some of you are going to come out to me and be like, "Oh, well, Pierce, they're ruining their draft pick." It's a lottery. They're pretty much stuck in that 8th or 9th spot. Why not? Why not win some games? What the heck? Life's too short. Just win some games. Build up some confidence going into next year. I think that the Red Wings are probably the closest to winning a championship out of the 4 teams in Detroit. I think they've built out a lot of good stuff. Casa won goalkeeper of the year in his division, I believe, or at least was nominated for goalkeeper of the year. We got a lot of good things coming. I think this offseason is going to be huge because we have so much cap space. I think we have the 3rd most cap space coming into the offseason. If we can use that cap space to fix this defense, anything can happen. Would I like a new coach? Yeah, I would like a new coach. The defense is horrid. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, sometimes you turn the game on, it's 5-0 before the second period even starts. If we can spend the money to get some really good defensemen and we can get a coach that really preaches defense, I think next year we could have a pretty good run at the playoffs. I really do. But You got to fix the defense. I mean, that's it. That's it. I think that's the whole piece. I think that's the whole pie to making the playoffs next year for the Red Wings. Staying in Little Caesars Arena, let's talk about the Pistons. Cade Cunningham doesn't win Rookie of the Year. Season's over. But look, I think that the Pistons, and I've been saying this for a while, I think they have the building blocks to make a playoff run. I do. I think that Cade Cunningham, Stewart, Bay, Hayes. I know that you guys are still off of Hayes. I love Hayes. I think that they have built a young core that can attract a max contract player to come to Detroit, be like, hey, this is your team, and they could build it just like the Heat have built it. They can get another top 5 pick this year and get Paolo Banchero, Ivy. I love Smith out of Auburn. I think they can get one of those types of guys and really accelerate and maybe even make the playoffs next year, if not the year after, and really take that next step to making the playoffs. And then in the East, anything can happen. It's a wide range of different teams that you can beat / lose to. I mean, the Bucks. I just love using the Heat as an example. I think the Heat have done it right. They draft very well. They get a lot of undrafted talent, and they build them up, and then they got Jimmy Butler, who's a max contract player. I think the Heat have done it right, and I hope the Pistons do it just like them, to be honest with you. And I think they're on their way of doing it. All right. My dog's in here. I'm like, get out. Get out. He's just looking for a snack. Okay. Okay. We're on a little long, but that's fine. Because the next segment is my personal favorite, the one I wake up to every single Saturday and Sunday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch a race in Italy because it's raining. It's the European Minute, and the European Minute starts now. Okay, speaking about rain in Italy, the F1 race was today. Craziness. Charles Leclerc, what are you doing? Just get third place, keep your points, and keep your chance at the championship. He's running away with it, then he spins out. Still picks up a P7, pretty good. Lando Norris gets podium. That's what's important. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez 1-2. Red Bull's coming back. Look out for Verstappen. I think it might be a little too late for Charles Leclerc to lose it, but it's a long season. They're going to Miami in 2 weeks. Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a must-watch race, I think, and it's going to be a good time for everybody in America to watch. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But Lando Norris got podium. That's all that matters, baby. Come on, Lando. Come on. Chelsea stays alive. I'm a big Chelsea fan, and they pick up 3 big points. Almost lost it today, but Christian Pulisic saves Chelsea again. And if you don't pay attention to European sports, the thing that makes soccer so great is relegation. Everton has never been relegated, and they're about to be. Craziness. That's been your European Minute. I'm telling you, I'm a Burnley guy. I love Burnley. They're staying up. Staying up. We're staying up. Okay. NBA playoffs. At the beginning of the playoffs, I bet on the Suns. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, Pierce, you got the Suns Cup and you're in Phoenix. You're such a homer. Yeah, I am. I bet on the Suns and the Celtics to make the NBA Finals and the Suns to win the NBA Finals. That was my bet. Am I nervous because Booker's is out for 2 to 3 weeks? I'm recording this before the Suns and Jazz game, and I'm going to assume that the Suns win, and everybody tomorrow morning sits around and goes, yeah, there's a reason why they're the best team in the NBA by like 8 games. If they lose, the panic button is not being hit. I'm like hovering over the panic button. But yes, I still like the Celtics. Even though the East is wide open, I still like the Suns to make it to the Western Conference Finals. I still think they can make it there. I don't think they're going to lose to the Pelicans. I don't think they're going to lose to the Jazz or the Mavs. But I think them and the Warriors in that Western Conference Finals is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I think Booker will be back for that. And I think they go 7 games. And it's going to be here in Phoenix. And I think it's going to be absolutely wild. I think it's going to be I personally think it's going to be the series to win the NBA Finals. And I think in the East, the Heat and the Bucks, that's going to be a lot of fun, and I think they're both going to be too tired, and I think the Celtics are going to cruise. I think they're going to beat the Sixers, and I think that the Celtics are going to face off against a very tired Heat or Bucks team. Well, not really. I don't know. There's 4 teams. The Sixers look good too. I mean, they're dominating the Raptors. So I think there's 4 teams that could truly win the East, and I think it's just an absolute crapshoot. I got the best odds on the Celtics. That's why I bet them. So we'll see. We'll see. There's 4 teams in the East that really could make it to the NBA Finals, and you could make the case that a couple of them could win, but I don't know. All right, over to the NHL. I still haven't made my bet on it yet. I know these 2 teams aren't going to make it to the Stanley Cup championship, the Stanley Cup final. I know it's not going to happen, but there's a big part of me that wants it so bad, that I'm just going to blindly bet on it and blindly just love it, okay? And some of you are going to be like, oh, but we hate them. Nah. You can't hate these guys. I want Toronto and I want Minnesota Wild. I want them both in the Stanley Cup championship. They both have. Minnesota is the only fan base that when I talk to about being miserable, they can go toe for toe with me. They're the only fan base that can truly go toe for toe with me, honestly. And then Toronto, their whole lives are the Maple Leafs. That's their whole lives that they can't even get out of the first round. To watch both of those fan bases get to the Stanley Cup final would be so cool. And I'm going to bet on it. They're both going to lose in the first round. But that doesn't matter. That's what I want. That's what I need. And that's what that game of hockey needs. 2 really big fan bases who are just so hungry for the Stanley Cup final. That would be so cool to watch. And I think that it would grow the game for outside of those 2 cities because it's just going to be so sweet. And I'm not even going to tell you who's going to win because I want them both to win. Honestly, I just want them both to win. All right, final thoughts. I watched the broadcast for the Tigers today, and I see that they're going to be coming. They're having their Tigers vacation here in Arizona. Look, I'm a Phoenix guy. I love it here in Phoenix. I'm never moving back to the Midwest. I love it here, okay? That weekend, and I got all 3 tickets for that. Tigers, I got all 3 tickets, okay? The time to come to Phoenix is not then. It's going to be hot. It's going to be very hot. But if you do come, please let me know, and I'd love to get a hot dog, love to get beers. I would absolutely love that. I would absolutely enjoy that so much. So please let me know if you're going to be here and taking that vacation to Phoenix, Arizona during that weekend. Anyway, thank you so much. God bless. Go Detroit Sports. Like and subscribe. Do whatever. Please share it. I don't know how this works so I'm motivated to do more.